I have a proposition for you.
Let's get this party started, shall we?
You regret it?
Nothing could keep me from seeing you. You really looking to mess with someone like that?
Don't get in the way of this investigation before it even gets off the ground. He has a message for you, too.
General Hospital latest update. Carly publicly humiliates Drew for sleeping with Willow, only for him to retaliate with a jaw-dropping revelation about Jason. Meanwhile, Brennan plots to test Jocelyn's loyalty, Jordan plays a dangerous game with Sidwell, and Lucky shares a heartfelt moment with Liz. Chaos is brewing. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital, Carly and Drew's ugly showdown. Brennan's plan. General Hospital spoilers, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, and Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, had an ugly showdown while Cyrus Renault's Jeff Kober hideout was found and Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, shared a plan. The Metro Court, Isaiah Gannon, Sandy Wilson, confronted Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, over his meeting with Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, and ranted about Sidwell trying to eliminate him. Jordan acted like Isaiah was being rude and intruding, so Isaiah eventually went on his way. After Jordan charmed Sidwell and agreed to have dinner with him soon, she met back up with Isaiah to thank him for playing along with her ruse. Isaiah remained concerned about Jordan landing in danger, but her mind was made up about getting closer to Sidwell and digging for dirt. Jordan suggested to Isaiah they'd have to keep their distance for now, but Isaiah got flirty and hinted their connection would simply have to go undercover too. On the jet home from Germany, Carly and Jack had another flirty chat of their own. Brennan eventually got a call from Colette Girard, Mercedes Lopez Renard, so he met up with her once the plane landed. In a wooded area, Colette found the house Cyrus had been using for a hideout, but Brennan wasn't concerned with doing the PCPD's job for them. Instead, Brennan hinted about seeing if Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, could discover the same hideout, and then they'd watch what action she took. In Anna Devane's, Finola Hughes' office, she gave Jocelyn updates on Dex Heller, Evan Hofer, being intentionally injected with digitalis along with Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco. Jocelyn wanted Cyrus locked up and worried about the patients still vulnerable at Turning Woods, but Anna warned that they needed evidence and pushed her to stop interfering. At Elizabeth Baldwin's, Rebecca Herbst place, Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, wasn't sure whether he regretted letting Sidwell live. Lucky opened up to Liz about the difficult circumstances he endured, and ultimately admitted she appeared to him in a vision. Elizabeth told Lucky that she couldn't be his angel, but he just needed Liz to be herself. After Lucky recalled hearing a familiar song while he was away and thinking of Elizabeth, he played it on his phone and got her to dance with him. At the Quartermaine Gatehouse, Drew came downstairs with Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, and it was obvious they'd been hitting the sheets. Drew talked about scaling the wall to get to sneak in and see Willow since nothing could keep him away. After Drew left, Carly stopped by with gifts for the kids and a message from Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, who wanted to send the children his love and thank Willow. While Willow was in the kitchen, Carly spotted Drew's tie on the sofa and took off with it, leaving Willow confused once she found the room empty. In Selena Wu's Lydia Look office, she accepted a check for $5,000 and offered to clear the rest of Cody Bell's, Josh Kelly, debt if he agreed to a proposition. Selena wanted Cody's participation in a new poker game and made predictions about how profitable it could be, but he needed time to mull it over. Once Cody left, Drew showed up and mentioned Selena's connection to Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, through the Savoy. It was obvious that Drew was fishing for dirt, so Selena basically promised she could provide it just as long as their arrangement was mutually beneficial. Cody came back to tell Selena that he'd decided against accepting her offer. That led to Cody spotting Drew and ranting about him making a deal with Selena. Cody got so riled up that he mentioned Jason Morgan, Steve Burton getting Sasha Gilmore Corbin, Sophia Matson pregnant as well, so Drew was taken aback over that news. The Metro Court on Tuesday's General Hospital episode, Lucy Coe, Lynn Herring, got tangled up in the Sidwell, Jordan and Isaiah drama briefly. After Lucy turned her attention to a deception meeting with Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, and Brooklyn Quartermaine, Amanda Seton, Sasha sat with Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner nearby. Felicia wondered if there'd be any way to contact the father of Sasha's baby for medical records, but Sasha knew she'd be able to reach him if there was an issue down the road. Once Carly found Drew at the Metro Court next, she confronted him over the tie she found at Willow's place. Carly recognized it as one she'd given Drew and publicly called him out for sleeping with Willow after being banned from the Quartermaine estate. There were gasps around the restaurant as all the patrons got a front row seat for Carly and Drew's fierce face-off. Drew added to the chaos by blurting out that Carly's beloved Jason knocked up Sasha, so everyone was left reeling once again, including Sasha herself. General Hospital spoilers say Sasha will continue to find herself tangled up in terrible pregnancy predicaments, so stay tuned. Today's next update, Carly calls Drew out in public for sleeping with Willow, and he retaliates by dropping a bomb on her. General Hospital, Jack and Carly return to Port Charles. Jordan works with Isaiah to try and take Jens down, and Liz and Lucky share a romantic moment. Carly and Jack, now played by Chris L. McKenna, are flying back to Port Charles on a private jet. She thanks him for offering her a ride back, and he says he's glad to repay the favor as she saved his life from Valentine. They make small talk and are interrupted when his assistant calls, asking when he gets back to Port Charles. He's expecting to land momentarily. She says there is something he needs to see. In the woods, Jack meets with his associate and she shows him where Cyrus Renault's hideout is. It's a small cabin. Cyrus comes there every few days with a bag, but she hasn't been inside to see what's in there. She was waiting for him. Jack tells her to keep tailing Cyrus, and they can return here anytime. She thinks they should gather proof, but he says their job is not to do the PCPD's job for them. This project is about seeing if Joss can trail Cyrus here, and what action she takes. Point 6. Anna calls Joss to her office, and she hopes Anna has found proof that Cyrus killed Dex. Anna says this is about Dex, but not Cyrus. She tells her about the two murders, Dex's and Sam, and only Joss was listed as a family member in his paperwork. That is why she is telling her this, just as she told Sam's family. Joss asks if she told the hospital that the killer may be Cyrus. Anna says she did not, as she has no proof against him. Joss worries he could kill again, but Anna explains he no longer has access to patients at General Hospital. Joss asks what about the patients at Turning Woods? Anna asks what she knows about his access at Turning Woods. Joss explains she's volunteering there, and she could find out what patients may have died that he had interactions with. Anna says that would be interfering in an ongoing investigation, and she's not to go back there. Joss yells she doesn't work for her, so she can do whatever it takes to get justice for Dex. Anna says the more she gets involved, the more likely Cyrus will get away with it. Anna reiterates they have no proof against Cyrus, and now he knows he's being watched. Anna begs her not to get involved and to let the PCPD take it from here. Joss snaps, got it, and storms out. The Quartermaine gatehouse. Drew buttons his shirt and jokes his Navy SEAL training came in handy in jumping the fence to get in, but nothing would keep him from seeing Willow. He feels they shouldn't have to jump through these hoops to spend time together. Willow agrees and says Brooklyn and Chase have been nice to her, but others are biting their tongues around her and dropping in unannounced. He thinks they are trying to catch her in the act. She doesn't want to step on toes and make things worse. She wants to make things work. This is the kids' home, they adore Monica, and this is something she can do for Michael. Willow says oddly the toughest person to deal with is Sasha, and it feels like she's constantly judging her. It's hard to believe they were friends. Drew says he probably should go, and they share a kiss before he sneaks out the back. However, he leaves his tie behind in between the couch cushions. Carly shows up later with gifts for the kids. Willow had no idea she was back. Carly says Jason is in Germany with Michael and she came back to check on things. Carly says Michael wants the kids to know he loves them, and he wanted her to tell Willow thank you. Willow invites her to stay for tea and goes to make some. Carly sits down and finds Drew's tie and can't believe it. When Willow returns, she finds Carly is gone. She calls the clinic in Germany and asks them to relay a message to Michael. She says his kids love him, miss him, and can't wait for him to come home. Cody drops by Selena's office to make a payment on the money he still owes her. Before he leaves, she offers him a proposition. She says she has met someone who wants a high-stakes poker game, and she wants him to play in the game with house money. She also says she'll cancel his debt. Cody says he needs to think about the offer. She tells him not to take too long. Cody takes off. Later, Drew arrives at Selena's office for an official meeting. She asks what this is about. Drew explains he knows she was previously associated with Curtis, and he'd like to know more about her relationship with him and how it involved the Savoy. Selena says she could provide him with information for something in return. Suddenly, Cody bursts in, tells Selena he can't take her offer, and is officially out of the gambling business. He's surprised to see Drew talking business with Selena, and says this confirms exactly who he thought he was. Selena tells him to leave, and Cody wonders if Drew lost a bet to Ms. Wu. Drew says he's meeting with Ms. Wu because she is a constituent, but Cody doubts that. He tells Drew he's just like his brother, who knocked up Sasha. Selena again screams at Cody to leave. Selena's bodyguard shows up and drags Cody out. At Liz's place, Lucky tells her that he stopped Jason from killing Sidwell, and he's not sure if he regrets it now. He knew letting Jason kill Sidwell would have been for revenge, a burden he didn't want to carry. Liz asks what it would have been revenge for. Lucky tells her that he had to play poker with Sidwell to stay alive. He knows it's crazy, but he felt like his dad was guiding him through the games. Liz doesn't think it's crazy. Lucky admits she helped him too. Liz wonders how she helped him. He says he tried to escape once and was badly beaten. He was lying on the floor thinking it was over for him, but then he had a vision of her. He explains she told him not to quit, to get up and fight. Liz asks if she said anything else. He says maybe and laughs that he assumes she wasn't back here dreaming of him. She thinks he knows her so well that he knew what she'd say to him. He says anytime he needs reminding there is good in the world, he thinks of her and she's gotten through him a lot. She tells him she's just a regular person and has flaws like anyone else. She can't be anyone's angel. Lucky doesn't need her to be an angel, but just to be herself. He pulls up an old song on his phone he recalls them dancing to at Luke's years ago, and they dance and gaze into one another's eyes. At the Metro Court, Tracy asks Brooke Lynn where everyone is as they are supposed to be meeting for deception business. Lucy shows up and suggests they get this party started. At the bar, Isaiah approaches Jordan and Jens and asks Jens if he's back to kill him. Jens apologizes to Jordan and says he and Isaiah had a misunderstanding in Africa. Isaiah says there was no misunderstanding. He had his men try to kill him twice and held Lucky prisoner for weeks. Lucy intervenes and suggests their deputy mayor and newest hero surgeon try and get along with their new entrepreneur resident. Isaiah tells Lucy whatever money Sidwell brings into Port Charles is blood money. Jordan tells Isaiah that whatever issues he has with Jens, he should take them elsewhere, and she and Jens were having drinks. Isaiah storms off, and Lucy gets back to her meeting. Jordan asks Jens what Isaiah's issue with him is. Jens claims he hired Isaiah to be his personal physician, but Isaiah didn't like his conditions and departed. Jens asks to make up for this by buying her dinner this week. She suggests he call her office and make an appointment. Jens looks forward to it and departs. Jordan then texts Isaiah and asks where he is. Back at the deception table, Lulu shows up and Brooke Lynn didn't know she was attending. Tracy says she is Brooke Lynn's assistant and scolds Lulu for not being on time. She is also annoyed that Lucy is being a social butterfly at the bar instead of focusing on the company. Maxie soon joins them, and they talk about Natalia and Sunny going to LA to have their products featured in boutiques there. Tracy complains they are paying for a romantic getaway for them. Maxie says they can have this meeting without Tracy if she's going to be negative. Sasha arrives, followed by Felicia, and they grab a table after some snarky interaction with Tracy. They talk about her pregnancy. Felicia asks if there is a way to get the father's medical records. Sasha says if the information is ever needed, she's confident that the father will help her. Drew waltzes in and meets with Anna to discuss congressional business and the fight against organized crime. He'll be happy to get her the funding needed to take any individuals involved in the mob off the street, starting with Sunny and Jason. Suddenly, Carly appears and yells at Congressman Quartermain that he left his tie at Michael's house while he was having sex with his wife. Everyone in the restaurant gasps in shock. Carly throws the tie, which she bought him, in his face and calls him a sleazy son of a bitch. Drew says they shouldn't talk about this in public. She screams Michael is fighting for his life, and he's still sleeping with his wife in his house on property he's been banned from. Carly yells she wants everyone to know how pathetic he is, and that she hopes Jason beats the hell out of him again. She says he isn't half the man Jason is. Drew says the joke's on her, as Jason knocked up Sasha Corbin, the family cook. More gasps, and Felicia looks at Sasha with shock. Jordan meets Isaiah at the surf lodge. Isaiah warns her that Sidwell is dangerous, reminding her that she saved him from his assassin once. She shouldn't be messing with someone like Jens. Jordan explains Sidwell is clearly interested in her, so she can use that to get evidence on him. Isaiah says she's not a cop anymore, so go to the cops. Jordan reiterates that Jens is interested in her, so why not take advantage of that? Isaiah thinks she likes the rush of going undercover, and she likes it better than pushing papers. She feels she's in the best position to take Jens down, but will need his help. She needs him to stay away from her. They can't let Sidwell see them together and that they have a connection. He's glad to hear she thinks they have a connection. He offers his help, but insists he will go undercover with her. On the next General Hospital, Cyrus shows up at General Hospital and Brad threatens to call the cops. Sasha confronts Drew for talking about her life. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.